I really hope you guys did not actually panic during that song, Release the Panic by Red, of the album Release the Panic. So now we are going to enter part two of Drive Safe Show, hosted by me, or yours truly, Skippy Skip. And so I do have a little advertisement though. So 103, sorry, 103.5, the Sun Community Radio serves the Sun Prairie area at 103.5 FM and is available streaming on the web at www.sunprairiemediacenter.com. Apps are available for Android and Apple devices. Tune in anywhere for local talk, sports, music, and community events. Go ahead and try that. I might do it myself. So, the second half of this show, Drive Safe, is going to be talk. If some of you are probably watching this on YouTube because I will be uploading this to YouTube. If you want to watch it on my YouTube channel, you can. Just go to YouTube.com and you can type in /C/SKIPPI Yes, I spell Skippy Skip differently. If you do recognize my voice, then obviously know me from my YouTube channel, or perhaps you have met me at school, because I just graduated this year, 2018. Yes, graduated from the Sun Prairie High School, and yeah, I'm glad to be out finally. Moving on in life and everything like that. It's so far though, things have just been acting like a normal summer since I graduated. I guess that's how it's supposed to be, because you just graduate and everything, and you gotta just get adjusted now to new life, but you're still kind of in that old life setting where, I'm like a 17-year-old or a 16-year-old. That's how it is with me right now, at least. I could be an odd one out. It's kind of like, I'm still doing the same stuff I did last summer. So, but the week before, or last week, I was at a camp in Shawnee, Wisconsin. I told Seth Boyd, up in Appleton, Wisconsin, that I'd be talking about this camp that I went to. It's I forgot the name of the camp, but it is a UPCI camp. UPCI stands for United Pentecostal Church International, I think. So, it's up in Shawnee, Wisconsin. It's an awesome place. I go there just about every year. They have 3 camps there, and then they also have like miscellaneous events that maybe like last a day or two or something. They have like the first week of summer, they don't have any events. But in the second week every year, they have junior camp, which is for kids, like little kids, at churches. And then they also have senior camp, which I went to this last year, and I go to just about every year, except for one time a couple years ago. I didn't go there. Instead, I went to summer school. No, I did not get failing grades. My parents just said, you're going to go to summer school because we want you to take this class. Just get out of the way, so that you don't have to worry about it in your senior year. I'm like, okay, I'd rather go to camp though, because it's so much fun, even though it's hot every day. But so the second event that they have there right after junior camp is senior camp, and it's for anyone. I think it's 12, might be 13, 12 or 13, and all the way up to 18. I am 18. However, I did not be a camper. I was not a camper this year. I was on staff. I was on sanitation. I signed up for dorm dad, but they quickly ran out of positions. So they said, okay, you're going to go to staff. And I was like, I don't really want to do this. But I don't know who's listening to this show, but if you believe in God like I do, then you understand this. If not, then you probably won't understand the next thing I'm about to say. But I feel like God is telling me to become a youth pastor or do something big in the youth. So what I'm doing right now, so I decided to go as staff that year because I wanted some experience, just dealing with the youth, being staff, being someone who's actually helping out. So, but as leaders, like last year at camp, I was not picked, but was nominated for Camper of the Year, which got answered prayer right there, because I was questioning my leadership abilities. Am I going to be able to lead the youth or not? So God answered a prayer last year, and that's why I went as a staff this year, or part of the reason why. And so I, you know, I decide, okay, I'll do sanitation, even though I want a dorm dad, because it does not look good for a person who was assigned a task to just quit. I'm not a quitter. The person that I was like talking to over email, who was saying, "Oh, you didn't get dorm dad, you got sanitation. Do you still want to work here?" I said, "Yes. I'm not a quitter unless it's sin." But no, okay. No, what? Did anyone laugh at that? I don't know, because this is a pre-recording. But so, I went up there as sanitation, and I did not realize that sanitation stays up late at night. I mean, my youth pastor said that he was on sanitation for a few years at that camp, and he said you stay up late. You have you stay up after curfew. And I was like, okay, yeah, okay, whatever. So I didn't realize though that you're probably up till 2 or 2:30 in the morning, cleaning bathrooms and taking a shower after cleaning bathrooms. And you won't believe all the crazy stuff that can happen, or all the stuff that happens in the bathroom sometimes. Like when you're like the stuff that you find in the bathroom. Yeah, there's every night that we went in there, we found like green shampoo on the men's shower curtains, and like every night. The last night we went in there was gummy worms everywhere in the bathroom. It was so weird. The shower area, the toilet area and everything, gummy worms everywhere. And then we found like parts of a half-eaten granola bar all over the shower area for the boys' bathroom. And one night that we went in to clean, all the boys' bathrooms, all 4 of the toilets were clogged. Don't ask me how that happened. It just did. And the last night, we also found a bowl of cereal in the urinal. I don't know. It's just so messed up. We found other miscellaneous stuff that questions that left us with questions of, are the guys actually clean every day? Because we found some towels and washcloths and soap and shampoo that were left behind, and some of the items were not claimed all week. So it made me question that. Yeah. So it's an interesting experience being on sanitation at camp. There was also I had to clean. I was in a group of 4. I was 1 of 4, and then there was a couple recently married and a mother who had 1 or 2 kids at the camp that week. So I was with them, and we had to clean one guy's bathroom, one girl's bathroom every night. There was a total of 6 bathrooms, 3 guys, 3 girls, and so we usually started off with cleaning the guy's bathroom, and then the second night we'd clean the girl's bathroom. I remember last night we had to leave. We had to stop cleaning the shower the girl's bathroom because girl needed to take a shower, emergency shower, because something happened that night. So we were like, okay, we all got out. One of my team members disappeared while the last 3 of us just sat on a table, or sat at a picnic table just talking and everything. And 2 of us have radios, and on the radio, or the walkie-talkie, we have walkie-talkies, and every night on the walkie-talkie, we keep on getting this Siri voice that would send awkward messages out. Not inappropriate messages, but something this is a legit message. You can quote me on this. There's a party in the girls' dorm 3, and they're giving away free soda. No, I looked over at girls' dorm 3, the lights were out. Okay, it was a complete joke. I think a security guard actually showed up there to make sure nothing was happening, and nothing was. It turned out, actually, though, that a camper or 2 got their hands on a walkie-talkie and were playing those messages at night when they should have been sleeping. I think they got in big trouble. I don't know if they were asked to never come back or not, but I know if you get in big trouble, they will say, you're not welcome back here. because there are rules and everything, and we should all follow rules, the good rules at least. I guess it's kind of up to debate though what is a good rule. But so we're all talking at the picnic table, and the walkie-talkie starts speaking in the Siri voice. It says something like, I'm not sure how to explain it. There's a thing that we call the run, where on the last night, typically, you, like, all the guys and hardly any girls, because UPCI girls, they wear dresses and skirts only. So mostly the guys, because of the mobility. They do the run where after curfew you just run around the campground and try not to get caught by security guards. That used to be a thing, but then I guess a few years ago they quit that, like where no one got in trouble for doing the run, because some people actually got in trouble when they did the run. I don't know what it was that they did, but they did get in trouble. I heard one story about someone who went off into the woods, got lost, and then in the morning they finally got out, and they were crying, saying, "Oh, thank you God for getting me out of the woods." Security guards like, "This is why we're going to stop the run," or something like that. Or that was probably a time when they're like, maybe we should stop the run. Like a thought finally crossed their mind. So, so the run message started playing, except for it was a parody from The Purge, the movie The Purge. So like they said, like, "Oh, the run is going to begin soon for the next 6 hours. And no police, no ambulance will show up or anything. All run activity will be legal for the next 6 hours." Yada yada yada. Something about the founding fathers of the campground. And once that message stopped playing, we all at the table just laughed. And like, "Oh, that was a funny message. I wonder who's sending those messages." Soon after, a security guard lady shows up, and she asks, "What are you guys doing out here?" So I jokingly say, "Oh, we're waiting for the run to start." And that was a big mistake, because the security guard lady then raises her voice and says, "There is no run. The run is not allowed here anymore. There is no run." Yeah, something like that. And I was like, "Oh, she can't take a joke." And I was like, no. I'm talking about, just joking around, saying that there's a message on the walkie-talkie. Didn't you hear it? About the run. And then the security guard lady's like, "Yeah, I heard that message." Like, she sounded mad about the message. And then one of the people at the table says, No. We're just waiting out here because a girl had to use a shower for an emergency, and we can't be in there right now cleaning the bathroom." So the security guard lady says, "All right," or no, not all right. She says, "No, you gotta get in that bathroom. You gotta clean that bathroom and get to bed." And and then someone else says at the table, "No, I mean, the girl, puked on herself. We can't be in there. She's taking a shower. Two of us are guys." And the security guard lady says, "I don't care. You gotta get in that bathroom and clean it and go to bed." So we're hassling over this for another minute, and then finally she says, "Fine. Once she gets out of there, get in that bathroom, clean it, and go to bed." So we cleaned it up after the girl got out of the bathroom, and I was on my way back to my dorm to grab some clothes, a towel, and a washcloth, and shampoo and soap, and go back to the boys' bathroom because now it's really clean, and I can take a shower and get all the sweat and disgustingness of the bathroom off of me. So yeah, that was I guess a little bit about the sanitation and the craziness, the drama of it. Yeah, but I'd also like to talk to you about not exactly the sanitation, but the activities and the church services that they have twice a day there. They have a service at 11 a.m. every day, on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And then they also have night services at 8 p.m. on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. You show up Monday, you also leave Friday, so they're half days. So I guess you get an accumulated total of 4 days of camp. Yeah. And in between those services, they do have lunch, breakfast, dinner, and they have fun activities, such as we played a battle royale of dodgeball. It was kind of like they had like different painted circles different colored painted circles on a big field that they have, and they had water balloons, which I guess were kind of like boogie bombs. You don't want to get hit by them or anything. It's like a Fortnite style, and then they also had dodgeballs laying around. So those are like the guns or the ammunition or whatnot. And it was really fun. I got out when though in like the second when they said the second circle was or the first circle was closed now and you had to move in closer to each other. I got out. We also played kickball. Teams were really unfair. I was on blue team and only like 10 or 11 of us decided to play on decided to play from blue team. You didn't have to play if you didn't want to. All the other teams had like 20 to 30 people. So as you can see, it was very, very unfair. And it was also actually kind of bad because they didn't have a rule against bunting or punting, whatever it's called. Where you kick the ball and then, but you just touch it practically and just, bounces off you and just rolls a couple of feet away. It was really, really annoying because whenever you did that, it makes it less interesting to watch, and there's less excitement to it because you don't know is this person going to get out or not. But it was still fun though. It was fun when we played it and when people actually gave the ball a good kick. And I remember on the last night, it was probably the funnest night and probably the only night that I almost passed out. It was like, I don't know, 9 degrees. It was hot. My shirt was drenched with sweat before I even walked in the tabernacle for service. It was just hot and muggy. So, but it picked a bad night to have, quotes, Holy Ghost party, which we had a little preaching about being, praising God and everything. And then we had like some dancing and a lot of upbeat music for a Holy Ghost party. And I jumped around stuff. And by the time I left there, my shirt wasn't just drenched. It was like you left it in the ocean for a whole year. And the whole ocean was sucked up into the one shirt. And if you wrung it out, you would bring a tidal wave or something. It was just really bad. But the service was great. I almost passed out, though, because it was so hot and I was getting short of breath and various other things. But, yeah. And on the, we had 2 guest preachers. I cannot remember their names. I'm sorry. If you're listening to this recording, I'm sorry that I cannot remember your guys' names. But one of them was funny. The other one was practically serious, but had a happy seriousness to him. He was a nice guy. They had like an evening preacher and a morning preacher. The evening preacher was actually really competitive in the sports that we played or the activities that we did. I guess they participated in just about every single one, including basketball. And I'm not sure if like the preacher's team won or not. But both of the preachers were really nice, and they even offered to stay after camp to help clean up, even though they're guests. And guests, they kind of like they got privileges, or almost you could almost say they have rights, in a way. But they just they just stay and like, hey, we'll help you clean up everything, even though we're guests. And I thought that was really nice of them to do, though I wasn't really there for the cleanup, except for we did have to clean up the bathrooms. The sanitation did for like half an hour or something, or at least that's how long it took. You just had to do a quick sweep and mop. If something did look really disgusting or was clogged, then you had to fix that. But otherwise, it wasn't really that bad cleaning up on the last day. The food was great. It was actually better than what schools could offer. I mean, I'd rather have a home cooked meal, but the food was pretty good. If they had leftovers, they give you seconds, no extra charge or anything. Unlike school, where they'd say, "Oh, okay, you want seconds? Okay, here's an extra fee to your lunch account, whatever." So, yeah, it was. Overall, I say camp was great. I love doing sanitation. I never thought I'd say that, but I really like sanitation. I played my music. The people I worked with didn't mind it, or at least they didn't tell me that they minded. I asked them, "Do you mind if I play music?" They're like, sure, go ahead. So I was playing the songs, or some of the songs that you guys heard in the first half of this show. and some of them were recognizable by them because they are popular Christian rock bands, even among atheists too. Some of the bands that I had playing, they're actually popular among atheists, and yeah, but I'm not sure what to say more about the camp, so. I guess I'll just talk, kind of finish up here with talking about why I am Skippy Skip, or at least a short version. I do have a video on YouTube if you want to check that out. But I'm Skippy Skip. It's spelled differently. It's Skippi. So it's not Skippy like the peanut butter. No. Why is it spelled differently? Why is it spelled uniquely? Why did you decide Skippy Skip was the name? Well, for those of you who are like 18 or around my age, you may have heard of the game Star Wars Clone Wars Adventures. It was an MMORPG, also known as Massive Multiplayer Online Role-Playing Game. You could go to different worlds. They had like Geonosis, Umbara, Christoph. I don't even know the planet. Coruscant. That's it. Yeah, it was a fun game. I had a lot of friends on there. Met some people from Delaware, like brothers and everything, and they're awesome to play with, though I've never been able to talk to them again because I don't know, the game shut down, and I never really got any contact information to talk to them ever again, so that's kind of depressing. But anyways, I had a character in the game that was named Dan Rotboiler or something, I'm not sure. Well, one day the game forgot my password or username or something, so I couldn't log in anymore. So I was like, whatever, I'll give it a break. Came back a month later and decided I want to make a new character. Well, at that time, I was at the Sunbury Media Center making a stop motion stick figure video, and I had a pilot named Skipper. And when I was making my new character, I was like, I want to name my character after the pilot. But I can't remember what the pilot's name was. It was Skipper, but I couldn't remember it. So I was like, I knew it skipped something. So and I was like, I'm hungry. I'm going to go into the pantry. Go into the pantry. I look at Skippy Peanut Butter. I was like, that must have been the name. So I look, it's spelled Skippy. I go over to the computer, and my sixth grade spelling was terrible. So I spelled Skippi. And then, space Skip. So Skippy Skip. And from there, I like, is that how you spell Skippy Skip? I asked my mom, and she's like, no. Let me show you. She grabs the peanut butter, Skippy. I was like, oh, okay, whatever. So then when ninth grade came around, I was still going under the name Skippy Skip in online stuff or recordings and everything, and on TV. I was on TV a little bit, but in ninth grade I decided, hey, I'm just call me Skippy Skip if you want. You can call me by my real name or Skippy Skip. So I told teachers to start calling me Skippy Skip if they'd like. One teacher refused though. I was kind of sad because they thought it was an outrageous name or something like that. So yeah, so Skippy Skip kind of stuck around. People started calling me that. And everything. People at school, people who know me in town or know me from a different church say, "What's up, Skippy Skip?" Stuff like that. So it's going around. One person who I never talked to, I was like, "Hey, what's up?" He's like, "Hey, what's up, Skippy Skip?" I was like, "Oh, cool." One time on Instagram, I was using the business profile, commenting on another business's picture on a game. They had it was like a guess who's coming to this game, and it looked like an astronaut. And everybody was saying astronaut. So I was like, okay, whatever. And I started reading some of the comments in there, and some of the people were like, why aren't you updating your newer game? You're updating your old game all the time? Why aren't you updating the new game? So I wrote to them. I wrote to like a bunch of people answering the question, even though the company should have been doing that, who posted that photo. I was saying oh, because their new game was absolute trash, and they were so embarrassed by it that they had to quit updating the game. No, this is like legit. They had to quit updating the game, and they had to focus on their older game while they're working on their newer game that hasn't been released yet. I don't play this game series anymore. I'm not going to say the title of it because I think it's a bad game. I used to play it though. until I had conviction. So then someone responded to me, "Hey, I know you. You're that Skippy Skip guy from YouTube." And I was like, yes! I finally get recognition from a random person who I've never met before or talked to, except for it wasn't in person. It was online, but still. I was like, oh, cool. Yeah, I'm that guy. And then he responds back, yeah. I saw that bullet caster video that you made on YouTube. And I was like, that one's actually semi-popular. It has like a few thousand views, not that many though. Like 2,000-3,000. I'm not sure. I have more popular views or videos. Like one of them is 2. Not 2.8. Last I checked, it was 1.9 million views on the dumbest video I've ever made. People are wasting a lot of time on my dumbest video. Okay, I want to call watching my videos wasting time, even though it does make me money, because I do have Google AdSense linked with my account. But yeah, so that's all I have for today, guys. I thank you for listening to me. If you did, if you listened to the whole just about an hour of what I was saying, thank you. This is my first show. Yeah. So this is Drive Safe. So thank you, guys. You're listening to 103.5 The Sun Prairie's community radio station. Stay tuned for more local talk, sports, music, and community events. Bye, guys.